Okay. Good afternoon, Cavaliers. The speech that I will be orating is from the one and only JK Rowling. For those who don't know her, she is the author of Harry Potter. She gave the speech on Harvard the year of 2008. It is known as the fringe benefits of failure and the importance of imagination. President Faust, members of the Harvard Corporation, and the Board of Overseas, members of the faculty, proud parents, and above all, graduates. The first thing I would like to say is thank you. On this wonderful day when we are gathered together to celebrate your academic success, I have decided to talk to you about the benefits of failure, and as you stand on the threshold of what is sometimes called real life, I want to extol the crucial importance of imagination. These may seem quixotic or paradoxical choices, but please bear with me. I was convinced that the only thing I ever wanted to do, ever, was to write novels. However, my parents, both of whom came from impoverished backgrounds and neither of whom had been to college, took the view that my overreactive imagination was an amusing personal quirk that would never pay a mortgage or secure a pension. So they hoped I would take a vocational degree. However, I wanted to study English literature. A compromise was reached that in retrospect satisfied nobody, and I went up to study modern languages. I cannot remember telling my parents that I was studying the classics. They might as well have found out for the first time on graduation day. Of all the subjects in this planet, I think they would have been hard to name one less useful than Greek mythology when it came to securing keys to an executive bathroom. I would like to make it clear in parentheses that I do not blame my parents for their point of view. There is an expiry date when it comes to blaming your parents for steering you in the wrong direction. The moment you are old enough to take the wheel, the responsibility lies with you. What I cannot do, I cannot criticize my parents for hoping that I would not experience poverty. They had been poor themselves, and I have since been poor. And I can quite agree with them that it is not an ennobling experience. Poverty entails fear, stress, sometimes depression. It means 1,000 petty humiliations and hardships. Climbing out of poverty by your own efforts, that is indeed something on which to pride yourself. But poverty itself is only romanticized by fools. What I feared the most for myself at your age was not poverty, but failure. I am not dull enough to suppose that because you are young, gifted, well educated, you have never known hardship or heartbreak. Talent and intelligence never yet inoculated anyone against the caprice of the fates. And I do not for a moment suppose that everyone here has enjoyed an existence of unruffled privilege and contentment. However, the fact that you are graduating from Harvard suggests that you are not very well acquainted with failure. You might be driven by a fear of failure as much as a desire for success. Indeed, your conception of failure might not be too far from the average person's idea of success. So high have you already flown. Now I am not gonna stand here and tell you that failure is fun. That period of my life was truly a dark one. And I had no idea what there was going to be, since the press has since represented as a kind of fairy tale resolution. I had no idea then how far the tunnel extended, and for a long time, any light at the end of it was a hope rather than a reality. Failure gave me an inner security that I had never attained by passing examinations. Failure taught me the things about myself that I could have learned no other way. I discovered that I had a strong will and more discipline than I had suspected. You might never fail on the scale I did, but some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not live at all, in which case you fail by default. The knowledge you have emerged wiser and stronger from setback means that you are ever after secure in your ability to survive. You will never truly know yourself or the strength of your relationships until both have been tested by adversity. Such knowledge is a true gift for all that is painfully won, and it has been worth more than any qualification I ever earned. But how much more are you likely to touch other people's lives? Your intelligence, your capacity for hard work, the education you have earned and received given your unique status and unique responsibilities. Even your nationality sets you apart. The great majority of you belong to the world's only remaining superpower. The way you vote, the way you live, the way you protest, the pressure you bring to bear on your government has an impact way beyond your borders. That is your privilege and your burden. If you choose to use your status and influence to raise your voice on behalf of those who have no voice, if you choose to identify not only with the powerful but with the powerless, if you retain the ability to imagine yourselves into the lives of who do not have your advantages, then it will not only be your proud families who celebrate your existence, but thousands and millions of people whose reality you have helped change. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. So today, I wish you nothing better than similar friendships. And tomorrow, I hope that even if you not remember a word of mine, you remember those of Seneca, another of those old Romans when I fled down the classics corridor in search of ancient wisdom. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. I wish you all very good lives. Thank you very much.